So here's a question for you. When the coronavirus vaccine becomes available, do you plan to take it? Some of you watching will say, absolutely, yes. Others will say, you're not sure. And still others will say, absolutely not. There's no way. Well, the truth is, for those of you who are unsure, or those of you who say no, Yale University is working on a study to make sure they know how to properly manipulate you into actually taking the vaccine. Not kidding about this. The study is being created to figure out different ways to message or persuade Americans to take the vaccine when it becomes available. And some of what that particular study is looking at will probably infuriate you. I'm Ben Swan, and this is Truth in Media. There's been a lot of talk about the COVID-19 vaccine that, of course, isn't even on the market yet. And yet, when the world's most rushed vaccine does finally make it to the public, and sooner or later it will, the question becomes, how many people will actually line up to take it? Now, this is a question that is frustrating governments and certainly vaccine makers and people like Bill Gates and Dr. Anthony Fauci, who want to make sure that the entire American population does receive the vaccine. The problem is, even with the current flu vaccine, about half of the country never bothers to get it. So how do you convince people to get the coronavirus vaccine? And that's where Yale University has stepped in. Before we get to the findings of how their study is being conducted, let's give a shout out to our sponsor, ISC.media, our new free speech platform being created for content creators and those who think outside of this current paradigm, and to allow people to have a different thought than the ones being permitted right now by social media companies. And by the way, we're running an equity crowdfunding raise to make this happen. You can get in on the ground floor. Become an investor with ISC.media. You can actually own a piece of this free speech network. Again, it's ISC.media. All right, so let's talk about this Yale study, which has just been leaked, that is being done at Yale University. And the goal of this study, of about 4,000 participants, is being done with one purpose: how to convince Americans to take the coronavirus vaccine. Now, keep in mind, the coronavirus vaccine that's out front, that most seems likely to get to market first, is one being created by Moderna alongside the National Institutes of Health. Bill Gates is a funder in this. Dr. Anthony Fauci, obviously, with his NIH, is a big part of this. And remember, of course, Moderna, for their part, has never actually brought a drug, any drug ever, all the way through FDA regulations and trials to get a drug to market. They've never done it. And yet they are the company leading the way on this brand new coronavirus vaccine. So Yale University researchers are now looking at a 4,000 person study to try to figure out how to best create messaging, though the right term really should be manipulation, to persuade Americans to take this vaccine when it does come to market. The study tests different messages about vaccinating against COVID-19 once the vaccine becomes available. Participants are randomized to one of 12 arms, with one control arm and one baseline arm. We will compare the reported willingness to get a COVID-19 vaccine at 3 and 6 months of it becoming available between the 10 intervention arms to the 2 control arms. Study participants are recruited online by Lucid, which matches census-based sampling in online recruitment. So take a look here at the arms and interventions. They use a sham comparator control, a control message about bird feeding. 2 out of 15 of the sample will be assigned to the pure control group, which is a passage on the costs and benefits of bird feeding. Under that are the experimental comparators. For instance, the experimental personal freedom. 1/15 of the sample will be assigned to this intervention, which is a message about how COVID-19 is limiting people's personal freedom, and by working together to get enough people vaccinated, society can preserve its personal freedom, which of course makes no sense at all. You will have personal freedom if you comply and do what everyone else is doing, regardless of how you feel about it. Another experimental, social pressure through guilt. 1/15 of the sample will be assigned to this message. The message is about the danger that COVID-19 presents to the health of one's family and community.
It's almost like
the best way to protect them is by getting vaccinated.
Society
it's your fault that you ain't got no
participant to imagine the guilt they will feel if they don't get vaccinated and spread the disease. Another social pressure they want to use, embarrassment. 1/15 of the sample will be assigned to this message. The message is about the danger that COVID-19 presents to the health of one's family and community. The best way to protect them is by getting vaccinated and by working together to make sure that enough people get vaccinated. Then it asks the participant to imagine the embarrassment they will feel if they don't get vaccinated and spread the disease. Then they're trying to use the social pressure, anger. 1/15 of the sample will be assigned to this message. The message is about the danger that COVID-19 presents to the health of one's community. The best way to protect them is by getting vaccinated and by working together to make sure that enough people get vaccinated. Then it asks the participant to imagine the anger they will feel if they don't get vaccinated and spread the disease. Now, here's my favorite one. Trust in science. 1/15 of the sample will be assigned to this message about how getting vaccinated against COVID-19 is the most effective way of protecting one's community. Vaccination is backed by science. If one doesn't get vaccinated, that means that one doesn't understand how infections are spread or who ignores science. Trust in science, they say, is not based upon trusting the fact that, by the way, not all vaccinations work for all people. And by the way, even the flu vaccine that is taken by millions of people every year only affects 60 to 40% of those who actually get the vaccine. We'll talk about about that in a minute, because the CDC's own numbers show only 40 to 60% of the people who take the flu vaccine actually have benefit from it. And finally, the experimental not bravery arm. 1/15 of the sample will be assigned to this message, which describes how firefighters, doctors, and frontline medical workers are brave. Those who choose not to get vaccinated against COVID-19 are not brave. What are we, 5 years old?
And you get mad at me because I don't want to die. I know that shit kills me, man.
This vaccine.
You don't
By the
kill
way,
me
many of
because
the people who have refused to take the vaccine, it's not about a lack of
bravery. I don't want to get
conviction.
the vaccine.
Conviction is that they don't
let me
trust
die,
how this vaccine is being manufactured or the profit.
Let me help you out. You already trying to get rid of us. Let me help you out.
It's not about cowardice. It's about courage of conviction. But going on from there, Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has said that people could need multiple doses of a potential coronavirus vaccine to immunize themselves from the coronavirus. If necessary, the multiple doses could require more than 7 billion vaccinations to be administered worldwide. And of course, all the manipulation in this Yale study does not take into account the fact that actually, as I said, with the flu vaccine, it is not always effective. And from year to year, who it's effective on and how it's effective changes dramatically. In fact, in 2012 to 2013, the H3N2 component of the flu vaccine was effective in just 39% of people. Researchers from the University of Chicago, Harvard University, and others show that poor immune responses may explain the low effectiveness of the vaccine that year. And by the way, even the CDC admits that on any given year, only about 40 to 60% of the population actually benefits from the vaccine that they have taken. The flu vaccine can reduce the risk of flu illness by between 40 and 60% among the overall population during seasons when most circulating flu viruses are well matched to the flu vaccine. Notice that wording there, when it is well matched. The reason for that is because on any given year, vaccine makers make a vaccine for the wrong flu strain. They don't know which flu strain is going to be especially predominant. So there are millions of people who can take vaccines and have it for the wrong flu strain in any given year. Again, the idea of what Yale is pushing here is that if you trust science, if you are brave, if you are a good person, a compassionate person, a person who cares about their family and their neighbors, you will do this. You will take this vaccine because by taking the vaccine, everyone is safer. And yet the simple, basic science of vaccines, even if you believe completely in vaccines, we're not even going to debate about the side effects of vaccines. Even if you believe that they absolutely work, no side effects. The reality is, even by the CDC's own numbers, they're only effective on any given year in 40 to 60%.
Yeah, I ain't took a flu shot ever, man. I never got the flu.
But the real reason for this Yale study is because even
they
with
worry
the flu
so
vaccine,
much about health. Why the fuck McDonald's still open?
of the U.S. population actually takes that vaccine on and that is the number that Big Pharma is afraid of, that Bill Gates is afraid of, that Anthony Fauci, that half of Americans won't take a flu vaccine, and it's likely that even fewer will be willing to take their coronavirus vaccine.
All right, Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone Church of Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Yeah, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, that would be the correct name of the Heavenly Father, the only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit. Also, would like to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, you brothers out there laboring in His work. And as always, you believe it's the Arkham and the Aqua that subscribe to this truth as well. So we back once again in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, and continuing in the spirit of prophecy. You know, that's the theme, you know, that's the common thread here. And this sitting is entitled the Desperation of Esau, man. What you're witnessing right now is this devil in desperation mode. Now, the opening clip was a testament of that, all right? Because you got this man, he got his think tank. Yale is nothing more than a form of his think tanks, you know? They coming together with these studies, and through his science, which is nothing more than witchcraft, he's trying to manipulate the minds of you people. It's a form of psychological warfare. There's an element of that involved, and pretty much this man is going all out, you know? This man going all out. Why? Because he understands the magnitude of this moment. He have heard the report of Yahweh Shah on the way, man. Matter of fact, give me Matthew real quick. I think that's Matthew 2 and start at the top, you know? Go ahead.
Yep, this is the book of St. Matthew chapter 2 and 1.
Yeah, and I want to say this real quick. You got niggas that come up just simple, just a nigga in a kufi come up against us. You know, the scriptures tell you to examine first before you rebuke. They don't even examine to see what we into. They just, and they lust to be resistance, right? To be rebellious. They just come up against us. But guess who take us serious, man? The elites of the planet Earth. Those who seize control of the entire planet Earth. They ear hustle us and they take us serious. So much so they got think tanks. They got you know, you have like a certain department for drugs or a task force for guns. They got the profit task force, man. They got motherfuckers watching us. You got YouTube guidelines. They censoring our videos. They watching us. So the average person that walk by the camp, they make mockery of us. They take us like crazy guys on the corner. Well, guess what? The elites, they take us serious, man, because they heard the report of Yahweh Shah coming. Plus, they got physical evidence. NASA, they see the chariots coming, man. You know, there's all type of shit going on, right? And then effort to try to combat that. And this devil and his pride, he like, look, nobody gonna take me down. Look, Esau willing to fight Yahweh Shah for the birthright. So you have heavy the birthright is, man. You got a simple nigga that don't entertain. We tell you, look, you're a special people. You know, you have a heritage promise for you. And they take it light, man. They rather be here, you know? Just with a Gucci belt, you know what I mean? They don't see what's really ahead. But Esau see it. Esau ready to go out guns a-blazing. See that? But the moral of the story is Esau have got the report that Yahweh Shah is on his way. And guess what? We about to get an account of what Esau, they got the report of Yahweh Shah when he first came. And we're going to show you what their reaction was. Go ahead.
St. Matthew 2 and 1. Now, when Yahweh Shah was born in Bethlehem, Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east.
Yeah, Herod the king, that was an Edomite, man. You know? Go ahead.
There came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews?
Now, when you hear the story, you know, you was conditioned, you know, around Christmas, you hear the story of the wise men, you think just three guys, always a black guy, white guy, and a Chinese guy, some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Just three guys. And they came together to come bearing gifts. But really, these wise men, they was prophesying, man. They was prophesying. Just like you see wise men today prophesying. They was prophesying of the coming of Yahweh Shah, the coming of a king. And we doing the same thing. And not we prophesying the coming of Yahweh Shah. Matter of fact, give me Malachi. I think it's Malachi 3. It starts at the very top.
Yep, this book of Malachi chapter 3 and 1.
There's nothing new under the sun, man. Go ahead.
Malachi 3 and 1. Behold, I will send my messenger.
See, I will send my messenger. Go ahead.
And he shall prepare the way before me.
Yeah, and that's what the wise men was doing. They came out and they was prophesying, look, there's a king coming, man. Right? Go ahead.
And the Lord whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts.
Yep.
But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap.
Yep.
And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness.
Yep. So now let's go back.
Okay. So this back St. Matthew 2:2, saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? It's like this St. Matthew 2:1. Now when Yahweh was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem.
Right. So there was wise men that was prophesying of this king. And again, that's what you witness in the day. All right, these men, we're not wise on our own account of our own strength. Wisdom, matter of fact, give me Daniel 2:21 real quick. Okay? We're not boasting as if we figured out some inside track on wisdom. No, the Lord bestowed the wisdom unto us, man, so that we may prophesy the coming of our Lord. Go ahead, Daniel 2:21.
Comes to the book of Daniel 2 and verse 21. And he changed the times and the seasons. He removed kings and settled up kings.
20.
This on Daniel 2 and verse 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his.
See, for wisdom and might are his. Right? Go ahead.
And he changes the times and the seasons. He removed kings and settled up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Right. So wisdom and might belongs to Yahweh Shema Shah. So it was the Lord who bestowed wisdom unto his men. All right. He gave us the knowledge, the wisdom of the scriptures, right? So that we may convey it to you. And not just to the believers, according to Isaiah the 13th chapter, we ought to push this word so that they may go to the gates of the nobles. All right. And that's what happened right here. These wise men, it was prophesying, and it reached the ears of Herod. Read it again.
St. Matthew 2:1. Now when Yahweh was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east.
That was a chariot. That was a chariot right there. Go ahead.
For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things.
Right, and just like these higher ups, they heard this message. You know, they've been hip to Louis Farrakhan. In fact, they set him up, man, or these different groups, NAACP or the Black Panther, whatever group you want to think of, man. Even, Islam. That was set up by Esau, man. These black conscientious community. And when I say set up by Esau, they infiltrated it and they ultimately thrust it out there and made it available and accessible for Jake because they knew that wasn't the truth. They knew that would contribute to the further derision of our people. That's why you see like different movies, like for example, Men's Society. We all go to Men's Society. What is his name? Sharif. Sharif was pushing that black consciousness shit, man. They don't push that Hebrew. It was one movie that I remember they pushed like the Hebrew Israelites on the corner.
I think the Obama movie.
I think it was something like that, but it was more like a demonization, type of thing, and I bet they regret that to this day. They was forced to do something about that. But in a movie that you see with Jake in it, it's always gonna be a nigga. You ever notice that? It's always somebody with the conscious, they conscious, and there's always an Islamic type of thing. That's Esau trying to keep you asleep, man. See that? Go ahead.
It said, when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled.
He was what?
He was troubled.
And that's the same with Esau right now, man. Matter of fact, you'll look up that word trouble and see what they give you.
This Revelation 11 in verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
Right. And what's the spirit of life? Give me what's that? Wisdom of Solomon.
Is it 2? That was the time. I mean 7.
7. Wisdom of Solomon 7.
24, something like that.
Yeah, try 23. Look at 23 on down. Let's see what this the spirit of life is. Matter of fact, Read that again. Read Revelation 11 chapter again.
This book of Revelation 11, in verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Now, real quick, get Ezekiel. That's what I want.
Ezekiel 37.
Yeah, get Ezekiel 37. The breath.
Yeah, God.
Because we was dead in the spirit. All right, when you was associating, aligning yourself with being a so-called Negro, a black, a Hispanic, a Cuban, Jamaican, you know, a Guatemalan, a so-called Mexican, you was dead, right? And it's like a scary movie, you know, a horror movie. Somebody dead, and then all of a sudden they wake up and reach up and grab your pants leg. You say, "Oh shit, it's a part 2 coming." You know what I mean? Chucky, wake up again at the end. That's what happened to us, man. Right? Go ahead, read that.
God, this is Ezekiel 37, start verse 9. It says, "Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus said the Lord of power, come from the 4 winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain that they may live."
Yep, that breath. So we was dead, and the Lord gave us CPR in the spirit. All right? The Lord said, breathe upon, send the breath to the 4 winds, and the 4 winds is dealing with really the internet. You know? We prophesy to the wind, it's going into the internet. We prophesying it out there, and it's being carried, you know, to you. Right? Go ahead.
It says, "So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived."
See, and the breath came into you all and to us, and now we're considered alive. And that's pursuing the St. John the 6th chapter, right? Go ahead.
It says, "And stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army."
Yep. Now give me this again, Revelation 11:11 again.
Revelation 11, verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
And that's that breath, right? Go ahead.
And they stood upon their feet.
See? Yeah, and they stood upon their feet. Go ahead.
And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right. So Esau is afraid now. That's the same. If you see somebody dead and they just wake up, jump up out the casket, the first instinct you're gonna experience is fear, man. Right? So now go to Wisdom of Solomon. Let's see what this breath is.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 7. And I'm gonna start at verse 24. It says, "For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passes and goeth through all things by the reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High."
See, wisdom is the breath of the power of the Most High. Right? Go ahead.
"In a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no undefiled thing fall into her."
Yep. So you see what when we read Revelation 11 chapter, that was a prophecy that was fulfilled. That's being fulfilled right before your eyes. We was dead, and the Lord sent forth this knowledge, this truth, which is compared to breath. And again, it's somewhat like CPR. The Lord revived us. Now we standing upon our feet. And what reaction that prompted from Esau? Fear.
Trouble.
They got trouble. See? So let's read this again.
God, St. Matthew 2 and 3, when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled.
He was troubled. See that?
So this that word trouble, Strong's 8:50-15 to Russell, and it says to agitate.
Woo! Esau agitated right now, man. And you see Bill Gates, you know, this little nigga, man. I bet the cameras get turned off, man. This nigga throwing crock pots and shit, you know what I mean, across the room, man. They agitated right now. Go ahead.
Real quick. It's like Isaiah 44 and 24. It starts verse 24. It said, "Thus said the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretch forth the heavens alone, that spread abroad the earth by myself, that frustrated the tokens of the liars."
Right, and that's what the Yahushua is doing, man. Which that's speaking about Yahushua right there. Yahushua is frustrating the token of the liars. This word, something as subtle as this word, is offsetting the plans, the diabolical plans of Esau, man. That's why I believe we touched on it, but it maybe was a month or so back. Things happening now, man. It's happening so fast. Where the scoffers at? This is the moment we've been waiting on. Where you at? Can't find a scoffer, man. And I'm talking about the more sophisticated scoffer. Better get precepts and where you at, man? We might have to do a live screen. We welcome all scoffers. Where you at, man? Because things happening. But I said that to say this. You remember maybe a month and a half ago, Trump, I mean, not that nigga, but Gates, he came out and said, no, it's not he was trying to cover up the vaccine because he ear hustling us. He was like, no, it's not, no, he said the internet. He said, he was talking about the internet. He said the internet, having access to the internet, it compromises, it compromises the meaning behind the vaccine, or the purpose of the vaccine, should I say, because you got people that's coming out and they got a voice, they got a platform, and it's causing people to question, Then you had the guy who came out as well and said the vaccine had the chip in it, but he said the barcode is not to trace you. Yeah. I did a video, I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He was like, yeah, man, it's not to trace you. It's not to track you or anything. It's only, why would you say that? Because we say it will trace you. See what I'm saying? So now they're in reaction mode. It's an old saying down here, man, these poets are a hit dog bark. A hit dog bark. So why is they trying to, soften the blow? It's not to trace you. It's not to track you.
But you ain't got to say that.
You ain't got to say that. See, but that proved that what we've been saying all along through Spirit of Power, how about Shemal Shai is on point, man. Right? Go ahead, up.
It says that frustrated the tokens of the liars.
Right. So Esau is frustrated right now. They're in straits. It tells you that in Job, is that Job 15?
Job 20.
20. Yep. Matter of fact, get that too. Go ahead.
I got a quick precept. It's Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 14. It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
Yep, read that again.
Because Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
Right. Who was made to reprove their thoughts? We was made to reprove their thoughts. We were designed in such a way where we would be a nuisance, if you will, a thorn in the side somewhere of Esau, man, and his plans, man. Here it is. You got these regimes. You got these different nations, with all this technology and power, right? They got a military, and they wasn't able to put a chink in Esau's arm. But here it is. The Lord raised up lowly men. We ain't got no army. Only thing we got is these scriptures, man. And that's somehow overthrowing Esau. Matter of fact, give me that real quick. I know Wisdom of Solomon. Not Wisdom of Solomon, Bel and the Dragon.
Okay, yep.
1:26. Read that again.
It says, he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold.
Right, so we're grievous unto Esau to behold. What that mean? That means that he's actually watching us, man. And even if he's not physically watching us per se, like Jacob Rothschild, even if he's not just physically watching us, which I wouldn't put it past, he's watching somebody in Great Millstone, he got eyes on us. Right? YouTube itself, you got people, it was, you remember they was brought out some information about these people that watch.
Oh, yeah.
They bug out. You got to sit and watch. You've been assigned to watch us all day, man. That'll bug you out, man. You got to sit there and watch us video after video after video. Man, it's all kind of, demons get on you, man. That's why the demon said, Paul, I know you how shine, because when you exposed to this word, man, that opens you up to a whole other realm. And if you're not protected by your how about Shemal Shai, you're going to bug out. See? Yep. Yeah, go ahead, up.
This Bel and the Dragon, verse 26. It says, but give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon.
And I shall slay this dragon. That dragon is dealing with Esau. Right? Go ahead.
Without sword or staff.
Without sword or staff. So we don't have to have a military, or any weaponry, man. The sword we have is the scriptures.
That's it.
All right? That was it over there?
Go with just a little bit more, finish it off. It says, for his life is not like other men.
Yeah, our life is not like other men. First and foremost, meaning we're not going to take that bad. We can't be bribed, You can't penetrate us. And even if you do send agents amongst us, what could they report? Because we out there. We're not hiding anything. We don't have a secret, some kind of secret network, man, that you know nothing about. We out there in the streets. We got, and furthermore, if you ever came across our camp, when I say I'm not just talking about us. I'm talking about all the Brothers of Great Millstone, near and far, right? There's cameras all over the place, man. So, hey, the Lord got you, Esau. The Lord got you, man, because what they'll do is what? They'll send somebody to infiltrate you, and they'll have a damn tape recorder or a camera. We got the camera. We already got the camera, Esau. And we out here in front of you, man. See that? Yeah, go ahead. Hey, that's why you have a shot said, who lighted for candles?
Yeah, put
it under a bushel, man.
Out there.
The Lord said, I'm going to put you out there, man. Isaiah 30 and 20. Yep. What, you got some over there?
Oh, no.
All right, go ahead.
This Job 18 and 7. The steps of his strength shall be straightened.
Right. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. So we're in a time when Esau is in straits. Okay? Go ahead.
The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down.
Go ahead.
It says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare.
Right. So Esau is in straits. He got no matter of fact, when you go in that word straits, we ain't gotta look it up. I mean, matter of fact, go ahead and look it up. I know we got to a lot of stuff over here on you, but let's look that up real quick. Because that's another thing to be encouraged about, right? Esau is not going this man's way, man. This man is in desperation mode. If you, I throw this analogy out there for you brothers that know anything about sports. If you got somebody going for it on fourth and, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 72.
Yeah. He in desperation mode. Or on the other side of the ball, he blitzing. That means he feel as if, you know what? My game plan, I'm gonna have to abort it, and I'm gonna have to go with something else, man. That's what Esau is at right now, And with this whole think tank at Yale University that's trying to manipulate you psychologically, get you to take this. What that tell you, man? They tell you that this man understand that he has but a short time. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, this that word straight, Strong's 8:33-34. Just saw it. And it says to bind, be distressed.
What?
Be distressed.
Be distressed, man. So right now, Esau is stressed. See? Go ahead.
It says be cramped.
Be cramped. Go ahead.
Be narrow.
Yep, be narrow. When you're narrow or cramped, that means you have no room to relieve. You can't relieve yourself. Say if you're taking a road trip, at some point, you get out at a rest station and you stretch and you relieve. But if you cramped up, there's no relief. Right? Go ahead.
It says be in straits, make narrow, cause distress, to suffer distress.
Yep. And that's what Esau at right now. He's distressed. See, you got something?
Yeah, this is the book of Job 8. And I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, so are the paths of all that forget the Most High, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish.
Go ahead, read that again, Slide.
Job 8 and 13 says, so are all they that, like it says, so are the paths of all that forget the Most High, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish.
Yep, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish. And what's his hope? To somehow crown his New World Order a success, his enterprise. He want to crown it a success, man. But according to the prophecies, he's not gonna fulfill that. And you can see it now. Even when you look at the task in front of him, man, we're getting everybody vaccine. There's gonna be a lot of Edomites that's gonna resist that, man. That's gonna contribute to a lot of insurrection and seditions that gonna come on the soils of America, man. So right now, Esau is behind the 8 ball, as they say. So yep, you can go back up.
All right, back Isaiah 44 and 25. It says that frustrated the tokens of the liars and make of diviners mad and turn a wise man backward.
Right. So the Lord have turned the wise man of Esau backwards, man. That's why the scripture said that their straits. I mean, their steps of their strength is in straight. They're forced to retreat. And that's been happening. Even when you go back to 2007, it was NBC Dateline.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
That's when Esau finally came out and said, yeah, the chip, you know. But at that same time, the summer, July 2007, the apostles came on the scene, man. And the spirit was heavy on the apostles to keep pushing. The chip is the mark of the beast. The chip is the mark. And what Esau had to do, they had to go back to the drawing board. They had to go backwards. Read that again.
It says that
they couldn't go forward with their plan, man. And you know, you playing chess, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get boxed up, you have to go, you got to retreat. Go
It
ahead.
said that frustrated the tokens of the liars and make of diviners mad.
Yep.
That turn of wise men backwards.
Yeah, so they had to go back. They had to go back on their plans, man. See that? Go ahead.
And make of their knowledge foolish.
And make of that knowledge foolish. Right now they look at desperate. They look at foolish. You got the average person saying, what sense does it make? Hold up, that don't make sense. Yeah. You know? Oh, what you mean wear a mask? I got to wear a mask in the restaurant, but then I got to take the motherfucker off to eat, man. That don't make sense. Give me that real quick, Obadiah. Let's go into Obadiah. You got something? And if you got, this is the scripture that got the headline of Obadiah.
Oh yeah, yep.
Let's read that just for the spirit.
Oh yeah.
Just for just for the sake of it, man. Just to torment you devils out there.
God. All right, so this Obadiah, this is the survey of Obadiah.
Mm-hmm.
And it says Obadiah is the shortest book in the Old Testament, 21 verses, but it carries one of the strongest messages of judgment in the Old Testament. For Edom.
For who?
For Edom.
You got a so-called white man. Right? Go ahead.
There is no pleas to return. No word.
Yeah, the Lord don't want to hear it. The Lord ain't no squashing it, man. With the Lord, man. Edom. Go ahead.
No words of consolation.
Yeah, no consolation, man. Meaning you won't be consoled. Right? And it show you how heavy Yahushua is. Even as Isaac, his consolation, he consoled Esau, but he consoled him with a sword, man. Let's show you that the Lord knew that this nigga, this Cain, man. You know? The Lord said, you know what? All right, I'm going to give you what you've been asking. You know what I mean? Give you what you've been asking for, nigga. Hit it. Go ahead.
It says, no words of consolation.
Hey, because you get somebody a sword, they're going to die. They might, because that's a test. That means they're going to have to go to war.
Yeah.
That ups the ante. That ups your chances of dying. You know what I mean? You might win some, but you're going to lose one. That one you lose, that's your life. So the Lord put them in the quagmire. Go ahead.
It says, for Edom, there is no pleas to return, no words of consolation or hope.
Yeah, no hope for you devils, man. Hey, man, give me Genesis, the 4th chapter. Because I'm going to say this now. You see why Esau is the way he is. You got to understand. You can't blame, hey, man, I'm going to just say, you can't blame Esau, man. Man, who want to be, you can't blame Esau for scrambling and trying to do whatever he got to do. Because we just read it. There's no hope for him, man. When you read Malachi,
That's fair.
Go ahead.
This Malachi 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains in his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Yep, go ahead.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Oh, hold up, Salaki. No, that was that one right there. Go back up to, Salaki.
This Malachi 1 and 2, it says, I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say...
The Spirit got him out, went into that today, man. Yep, go ahead.
Yet ye say, wherein has
in order for you to be in good graces with the Lord, you got to hate Esau.
Yep. That's it.
You got to hate Esau. That proves right there, you know what I mean? You know, in this pursuit to get in the good graces with the Lord, you got to hate Esau, man. So Christianity is going to stop a lot of niggas from making it, you know? Because when you read Isaiah the 13th chapter, it tell you that whomever is joined with this devil is going to be put to death. Like here it is, you my enemy, and you rolling with my enemy. That gonna cut me deep, man. I've been taking care of you, and you were my enemy, man. I'm gonna kill all y'all, man. Right? So a part of the returning to the Lord is to hate Esau, man. It tells you that in Amos the 5th chapter to hate the evil and love the good, right? Go ahead.
It says, was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob.
Yep.
And I hated Esau.
And I hated Esau, see?
And laid his mountains in his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Right. So now, now continue. Yeah, continue.
It says, whereas Edom saith, you are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yeah.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Look, man, you got the highest power conceivable, but debt set on going against you, man. That's the Lord. See that? You got the highest power conceivable who created everything. He determined to go against you. You're going to build, but I'm going to take you down. See that? Go ahead.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation for forever.
Yeah, the Lord hath indignation with Esau forever. Now that's heavy because before you even knew what the scriptures were saying, before you got here, it was written. So who really hate Esau? That's why when you read Yahweh, is that Isaiah? Is that Isaiah? I think it's 47. Yeah, that was 2. Yeah, the day of vengeance in my heart. Right? I will not meet thee as a man. So that was written before you even woke up to the truth, man. So really, Yahweh Shai got more of a hate. You can't even fathom the hate that the Lord got for Esau, man. And it goes all the way back to Cain. Because when you read the scriptures, that devil got small with the Lord, man. When the Lord asked him, where's your brother? He said, am I my brother's keeper? He didn't bring the right sacrifice to the Lord. See? So that was it on that, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Go ahead.
This is Genesis 4, verse 13.
So the point again is what? Esau got, you can't, you can't question why Esau. Who would want to be Esau, man? You see the burden that's on Esau, man? That's why this devil is desperate, man. You know, you can sit back and wonder why this devil go through all. This devil know, man, there's no hope.
That's it.
See? Go ahead, huh?
Yep. This is Genesis 4 and 13. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Read that again.
And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right, so Esau, this is a birth for Esau, man. You know? The punishment that the Lord bestowed upon him is greater than he can bear. That's why you see this man, he'll go through any lengths, man. This man is exhaust resources. He do whatever it takes to try to take out Jacob. Oh, you know the Lord, man, and the Lord really torment Esau. You remember Jeremiah the 31st chapter? Where the Lord said, look, okay, it's like the Lord played with him. So, okay, I tell you what, if you can measure the heavens or the depths, then I cast away Israel. So why you think Esau got NASA? Because they read the scriptures. So they read Jeremiah the 31st chapter where the Lord said, look, if you can measure the heavens, I'll cast away my people. You think that they got NASA for goddamn the public, what the station is, PB.
Yeah, the PBS.
Yeah, PBS. They got NASA for PBS, man. And they really want to educate your ass, man. They got NASA because they try to take the Lord up on that challenge, man. Just read Jeremiah the 31st chapter. The Lord said that. Yeah. The Lord said, look, if you can measure the stars, I'll get rid of who he was talking to. He was talking to Esau. He was badgering them, man. He was fucking with them. Right? Go ahead. He made them think that they might have hope. And then when they get up there, the heavens is steady expanding on their ass.
Stretching it out.
Yeah, stretching it out. I was stretching it out on them, man. Yep, go ahead, huh?
God, Genesis 4 and 13. It said, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Yep.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Yeah, see that? So that's a hell of a burden right there. You're a fugitive. You want it dead or alive. See that? That's why in the spirit, in Esau's spirit, they hide behind these different uniforms. They're like, so no, I'm Russian, I'm Swedish, I'm German, I'm American. But you really eat them, man. And through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Shah, we have called you on it. You had something?
Yeah, real quick. This book of Obadiah, 1 and verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Yep. You're made small amongst the heathen, man. And you are greatly despised. And that prophecy right there, that's coming to a head right now, man. Because these other nations, they see this man for the devil he is, man. And these other nations, they smell blood. We're not the only ones that see Esau fall. These other nations, they see Esau dwindling, man. But you know, the scripture tells you why do the nations rage and why they imagine a vain thing? Because they feel like they're going to be the next rulers. But no, that's going to be the elect of the nation of Israel, man. All right, you can go back up.
God, it's back in that survey of Obadiah. It says, for Edom, there are no pleas to return, no words of consolation or hope. Edom's fate is sealed.
Yep, you go right now.
God, and it said Edom's fate is sealed. That's actually in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and in 5, it says, for our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. And that's going to be played out on all levels, man. Because once he get out of power, there's no way that this nigga is finna triumph, man. And then ultimately, he's just going to be wiped out, man. You know, so this is fast sealed. It's already written out, man. You know, Yahushua already shed his blood, man. So now you finna get recompense, man. You know, you can't just put a bag of money on the table and say, let's sell this. And go to see like
the Lord only answer. Only thing that's gonna suffice the Lord now is your blood.
That's it.
It's gotta run deep. You gotta run. It's a lot of blood. Because your blood don't measure to Yahushua blood. Gotta remember Yahushua was innocent when he see that's why the Lord made him innocent when he came. So his blood is really who blood can you sacrifice that's innocent?
It's precious.
The precious blood. It wasn't Solomon blood, or it was when he came as Yahushua, man. So that's the top, man.
Yeah,
you know,
so he ain't gonna have no son or nephew.
He
just gotta be cut off, man, all the way, man. Ain't no blood can suffice this. You niggas just gotta go completely, man.
You just gotta go, man. Right? And Esau know that. In their spirit, they know that. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
God.
That's why scripture say blood shall pursue thee. Esau could feel that the judgment on their heels, man. And we ain't making it no better. Matter of fact, give me that in 2 Thessalonians. The Lord sent us. That's why the scripture say the Lord frustrate.
Yeah, that's it.
The scripture say we are grievous for them to behold. Hey, it's like this. Let's say you kill somebody, right? And that person actually wake up from the dead. That should make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, man. Said somebody, you kill somebody, and that person wake up from the dead to testify against you, man. You fuck, you know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord set us up to do.
You know about that old Twilight Zone episode, the dude, it was a hit and run.
Yeah. The car kept testifying against him. Yep.
He finally got in the car. The car took his ass.
The car took him to jail. Yeah, that's heavy, man. Hey, cause that's a saying too. I forgot how it's go, but it's when you commit a crime, the only somebody knows is you, the person that's dead, some shit like that. You know, like the moral of it, you don't leave no witnesses. So if you kill the person that, you know, it should be no. That's why the blood of Abel cry out.
Yeah.
That's symbolic to us. We testifying against you, man. The very ones that you laid down is testifying against you. It's firsthand testimony against you, man. You know, again, you kill somebody and all of a sudden they said we're gonna bring surprise witness in. Motherfucker, you killed walking down, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians 2, I'm starting verse 8. Verse 8, it says, then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume.
Oh, yeah, I know what you did last summer. That's bad, huh? Yeah, oh, man, yeah, that's it right there, man.
It's not getting the notes.
Yeah, so that's bad. That's heavy right there, huh? Good insight.
That's
heavy right there.
I know what you did in 7
AD. I know what you did in 7 AD, motherfucker. God. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Yeah, the Lord going to consume you with the spirit of his mouth, man. So Esau has been consumed. They've been overwhelmed by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, and it's by way of the prophets.
Yep.
Because we are carriers of the words of the Lord. And these words condemn you, man. That proves that we got the truth, man. Why Esau attempting to demonize us if we were just a bunch of bug outs? See? Yep. That was it on that?
Yeah, a little bit more. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yep. And that's ultimately what's going to happen. But what's the first stage, if you will? What's the first phase? The Lord said he's going to consume you with the spirit of his mouth, man. We will be the mouth of Yahweh Shema Shai. There's plenty of scriptures to support that. A couple that come off the top of the head. Jeremiah, the first chapter. I will put my words in your mouth. Yep, that's his next one I was thinking about. 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. All right, go ahead.
All right, quick precept. They're going back. We testify together. This man is suffering from harsh questioning now. He's been backed into a corner. So this is Psalms 9. I'm starting verse 11. Sing praises to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doings when he maketh inquisition for blood.
The Lord is now making inquisition for the bloodshed of the nation of Israel. Who was shed by? It was shed by Esau, man. So-called white man. Read that again. Huh?
It said, when he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble.
Yeah, I got that definition for inquisition. It says a period of prolonged and intensive questioning or investigation. See? It said interrogation, questioning, quizzing, cross-examination, man. Court is in session, man. Finally, this devil being brought up on these charges, man. You know, you watch these old period pieces, man. It looked like there was no relief in sight. There was no end in sight. These devils, they had their way with us, man. They ohm up on you, man. You know, these devils for sport, man. They'll hang you and castrate you, man. When you go into like gay debate, man. They had the postcards. You had the postcard. You know, they got the postcard. Now, just to give you some just insight, if you will, on the postcard, I'm pretty sure y'all know, but just to give you more of an in-depth glimpse into that. Let's say like if you having a goddamn, if it was a baseball game or at a football game, you got the fly 7:30, this team versus that team. That was those postcards, you know. There was, you know, there's those flyers out there like, yeah, man, it's Sunday, man. Oh, yep, African Dodgers, man. Like, man, brought that up. African Dodgers, man. They'll throw an iron baseball at the face of little babies. Oh, they said at the end of the night, you see nothing but toddlers and shit sprawled out, man, with their teeth knocked out, man. And they had concussions, man. See, this serious business we involved in, man. You know? The Lord is stepping in on our behalf, going to avenge us of our enemies, man. Those who committed these crimes and atrocities against our people, man. You know? The Lord showing mercy on us, man. Matter of fact, give me that real quick, 9 things.
Okay. Yep, there's somebody wanted Sirach 25.
Yeah, they got the I mean, it's really it tugs at you, man. They got the picture of they got the Jake babies trying to plot the way get away from alligators, man. They just threw the babies out there to fucking swamp, and they sitting on a goddamn limb trying to plot how to get away from alligators, man. And you got Edomites out there clapping and shit, man. Go ahead,
Okay, this is Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children.
Yep.
And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
Why was that written? Now that makes sense to you, man. He that liveth to see the fall of his enemies, man. That's why when Obadiah 18, that's gonna be a beautiful day. We're gonna be rejoicing, man. You know? Man, you brought the tears, man. Rejoicing over the fall of your enemies, man. The Lord has avenged us on these devils, man. Go ahead,
God, that was it.
Oh, that was it? Go ahead.
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
And so the Lord know what we went through, man. That's why the scripture tells you how they furthered the oppression. The Lord, delivered us into our hand by enemy, but they furthered the oppression, man. The Lord is going to avenge us on these devils, and we in that time. And that's why you see the so-called white man in desperation mode. That proves, if you're paying attention, it gives credence to the ministry. Because if it wasn't so, if we was just talking shit, why Esau shutting America down?
Mm-hmm.
Why Esau trying to move into the net? Yeah, that's a good one too. Goodbye, Uncle Tom.
I had watched it in the pause. I
Yeah.
just watched the whole thing.
Yeah. That's I really couldn't really watch that like I really wanted to watch. It really fucked me up, It's like real vivid, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if we was just a bunch of disgruntled guys, venting, then why would Esau be in this phase?
Mm-hmm.
Where he beginning to shut America down. Because really, when you go into these elites, they trying to press the reset button and start over in the East, man.
Yep.
They trying to invest. They ready to shut America down, and they trying to go global, man. They trying to push out a global agenda, the New World Order. All right, where everything's going to be under a global. For example, the mark of the beast. Spirit on us to keep bringing that up. All right, that's a global currency. It ain't like you got Canadian money. I got U.S. dollars. No, the chip. You got the NFC chip. And you got the RFID. It's the same thing.
Yep.
But you're gonna just have currency on it. It's the same currency, but it's a global currency. See what I'm saying? So these bankers, they looking to crash the dollar and press the reset button. And again, like the Spirit was on, I mentioned the other night, where it's like if you at the casino, you done lost it all, man. And then you got a couple of dollars left, and you just throw all that shit out there like, man, look, it's now or never, man. It's do or die. Right? It's a roll of the dice. That's what Esau at right now. And that proves the desperation. This man is in desperation mode. He gonna crash the dollar. He willing to go to war because that brings money too. And plus, that's his instinct. That's his gift. So the Lord, to sum it up, to summarize it, the Lord had this man in a snare. All right, go ahead, Up.
This is real quick to Job 15, and we'll start at 21. It said, a dreadful sound is in his ears. Yeah, a dreadful sound is in his ears. We that dreadful sound. Remember this man here say, I want to start off by giving. That's a dreadful sound in his ears, man. Go ahead. It said, a dreadful sound is in his ears. In his prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. Woo! Yep. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he waiteth for the sword of the sword. He wandered abroad for bread, saying, where is it? That's what Esau at right now. Yep. He looking for any satisfaction. Bread symbolizes satisfaction. He's not satisfied. He's not full. He's not content. That's why, I was trying to say, your daily bread. Be content with your daily bread. Esau can't even find that. He can't find no solace. He's looking. He's reaching, man. Yep. When you falling from a building, your arms flaring, you reaching. And Esau found some of the coronavirus. And it's funny when you look back in retrospect. I mean, you have a genuine chuck. I know me. You have a genuine chuck. You look back how it all started over there with Moab. You have Moabites falling out, passing out, man, at bus stations and shit. And all the time it was Esau and that bullshit, man. It was the desperation of Esau, man. See? Go ahead. God, it said he wandered abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knoweth that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Yeah, this man know perfectly well. Esau know perfectly well that there's a day reserved for him. Okay, and he's doing all he could do to somehow offset that. When you finish that, give me though they roar. You got something? Yeah, this is the book of Job 20 and verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. Yeah, that's the bread. That's it. Because again, your belly is your mind. And in this case, that's dealing with his think tanks. They up all night
sleeves rolled up.
Simulations and shit.
Yeah. Simulations and shit. And there's nothing they can do. When they look up, they get an alert again. And the laptop, he trying to figure the alert come up. The destruction of America looms. You know what I mean? Read that again.
It's Job 20:20. Surely he should not fear quietness in his belly.
Mm-hmm.
He should not save of that which he desires.
Right. So he's not going to save of that which he desires. What do he desire? Rulership. Mm-hmm. Okay. The desperation of Esau, you can't even comprehend it, because desperate times calls for desperate measures. Give me you got a precept?
No, which one we get?
You can get what you got too, but give me Ecclesiasticus 4 and 31, I believe it is. Yep. And give me Job 9:24. Matter of fact, get Job 9:24 first.
This is the book of Job 9:24.
Matter of fact, hold that. Let's get this first.
Just say, so like Ecclesiasticus Sirach 4:31. Let not thine hand be stretched out to receive.
Read that again.
Let not thine hand be stretched out to receive.
Yeah, when you go to Genesis, the 27th chapter, when this devil, hold up. Hold up. Go to the blue letter. Let's go to the blue letter real quick. Let's get into this lesson now. Go to Genesis, the 27th chapter, and go to when this devil weep bitterly.
Yeah.
I want you to look up that word bitterly. Now, before we do that, what's America known as? The whore, the harlot. Mm-hmm. What's America? That's pretty much the throne for Esau, right? So let's read this and then give me that word builder real quick. Then we're going to go back to where we at. Genesis 27 and 40. Is it?
No, I thought it just said he lived under the Western weapon. Let me see.
Oh, that thing in Hebrews 12?
No, Genesis.
Oh.
It's reiterated in Hebrews, though. Is that
yeah, build cry. Yep. See, yep. Yep. Kind. All right. So this is that word.
Read the scripture.
Kind. All right. Yep. This is Genesis 27:34.
Mm-hmm.
And when Esau heard the words of his father,
see that? Just like we opened up with Herod. Yep. When he heard the words of the prophets, he got in trouble. So when Esau heard the words of his father, which that's
so
cold.
They were talking about the same thing. It was your outside then.
He was troubled by Isaac then. He was troubled by Isaac then. Oh, the spirit was laughing.
That's it.
Yep. Go ahead. For those who understand that Isaac, go ahead.
Genesis 27:34. And when Esau heard the word of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry.
Yep. Go ahead.
And said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father.
Little punk, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, now go to that word bitter.
So this is the word bitter. Strong's 8:47-51. Mar. And word it says bitterness of water, food. Of harlot's end.
Of what?
Of harlot's end.
A harlot's end.
Hey, man.
A harlot's end. Can't make that up, man. What else that talking about? That don't even make sense. That don't really, you can't. Man. See, the Lord set it up so bad, the only thing you can do is say that's to talk about America. What else sense does it make? That word bitter, the definition there is a harlot's end. The end of the harlot. And that's when he would be that's really when he would be bitterly crying out, man. Even though, yeah, he did it then, but now he's bitterly, matter of fact, give me that roaring real quick.
Jeremiah 5:22. Fear ye not me, says the Lord. Will ye not tremble at my presence? It said, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea.
Yep.
By perpetual decree that it cannot pass it. And though the waves thereof toss themselves.
Yep. Oh, though the waves themselves toss themselves, who is the waves? You should know by now. Esau. Psalms 124, talk about the proud waves. Isaiah the 59th chapter. Right? Though the waves toss themselves, go ahead.
Yet can they not prevail.
Yeah, yet the gates of hell cannot prevail. This little nigga Fauci.
Yeah, man.
These little bitty niggas, man. The niggas in carnic sweaters and button-ups. You know, stirring up all this shit. But you would not prevail. Go ahead.
It said, though they roar.
Though they roar, see? And that's the bitter cry.
That's it.
That's the bitter cry. Because the harlot, you coming to your end, see? The harlot's end.
Yep, that's
Go ahead.
It said, though they roar, yet can they not pass over.
So you're not gonna earn another second over the day that the Lord has sanctioned and decreed for you to go down, you devil. Got motherfuckers wearing masks, man. And that I'm gonna be honest, man. That do something to me, man. I feel compromised, you know. But we know we gotta. I feel like integrity. I'm like, fuck, I put on a mask. I'm in line with a mask on, man.
I'm gonna tell you, put it over your nose now.
Yeah.
Niggas, man.
Yeah, and then I had a Jake woman, older woman. I seen her making her way toward me and shit. And she get to me and said, "Where your mask?" You know what I mean? I had to just, you know, fuck him, man.
Yeah, man.
And that was a demon, you know. You got something?
Yeah, just going back on the prior ways, this Job 38, verse 11, and said, hitherto shall I come, but no further, and here shall thy proud ways be stayed.
Yep. So your proud waves can go no further than what the Lord has sanctioned you. Okay? There's a time, there's a gulf fix where you can't pass over. Yep, so let's go back
to it was a little bit more on the Job 15.
Then we're gonna go back to Ecclesiastes 4.
Oh yeah,
Job 9.
I get go back to.
But if you had something else,
no, I go back to.
Okay, come. You got that Job 9.
Yep.
So we looked up that word. We went into Genesis 27 chapter. Let's have it right there, man. That bitter cry, you go to the word of bitter, it says the harlot's end. What the hell that got to do with anything? That's the Lord forcing you to understand that that's dealing with America, man. In this time that we in. Not just really America, the harlot is dealing with Esau, really when you scratch beneath the surface, because he accommodates you in your spiritual fornication. Everything Esau lay out is a form of fornication against Yahweh Shema Shah. Right? Go ahead, Up.
God, back Ecclesiastes 4 and 31. Let not thy hand be stretched out to receive.
Yeah, we just read in Genesis the 27th chapter, where he said, look, do you have a blessing for me? And the Lord said, yeah, I got a consolation for you. And that devil had his hand out to receive. Read that again.
It said, let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, and shut when thou shouldest repay.
Now, what was his hand stretched out to receive? Give me Job 9 and 24.
The book of Job 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judge thereof.
See, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So how the earth was going to go into his hand? He had to reach, he had the hand stretched up. See, go ahead.
He covered the faces of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he?
So the scripture said, let not thy hand be stretched out to receive, which Esau gladly received his consolation. But now he got to give it up. But now he got his hand shut up, man. When it's time to repay. When it's time to give up, because you borrowed this, man. This is not perpetual here, man. Okay? This current world, this current system, which is governed by Esau, the Lord gave Esau jurisdiction over this time. That's why when you go into the fatness of the earth, that that really goes into America. You know, because the fatness is when something well-rounded. You know, like you might have somebody, they've been skinny as a teenager, but as they get older, they get rounded out. That's the fatness. So, you know, the Lord gave them the uttermost parts of the earth, the fatness of the earth. So you got your consolation, man. But according to the prophecies, that's going to be temporal, man. You got a precept?
I know.
Give me 1 John 2. And you can hold me, you got a precept? Revelation 12. We'll be ready to start winding it down. Go ahead.
This 1 John 2 and 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Yep.
Any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Right. And the world, that's talking about this current world right now. Matter of fact, continue.
It said, for all that is in the world.
All is in this world. Go ahead. They're going to show you right here. It's going to give you a vivid illustration that this time about this time. Go ahead.
The lust of the flesh.
The lust of the flesh.
In the lust of the eyes.
In the lust of eyes. Do you not have Facebook and Instagram? Everything is centered around the lust of the eyes and the lust of the flesh. You know, if you was to make a page, or Instagram or whatever, you gotta, you know what I mean?
With the serpent, he showed Eve, said it was pleasing to the eyes. Yep.
Because Esau in his domain is centered around carnality, the flesh.
Yep.
This is how this man gets you. You know? Go ahead.
God, it said, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life.
And the pride of life. That's another thing. You have to even coexist in this world, you got to be proud. Humility really can't exist in this world, man. You know, you got to, like I said, with the social media and all that, it promotes pride. Who you know on there, like, you know, man, I mean, that's the best I can get. Well, you know what I mean? Yeah. Eat some porridge or some shit, man. It ain't that, you know. You gotta be stunned, man. See? That was this word promote. Go ahead, read that again.
It said, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life.
And the pride of life. See, go ahead.
Is not of the Father.
It's not of the Father. Go ahead.
But it's of the world.
But of the world, man. Dealing with this world. See? Which we went into that last night. Give me that real quick. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 real quick. Go ahead, out.
It said, in the world passeth away.
In the what?
In the world passeth away.
Come on, man. Read this one more time.
It said, and the world passeth away.
You can't connect the dots right there? Well, I'm pretty sure you brothers and sisters can. I'm just throwing it out there. Because, you know, after we upload the video, some random people, the Lord sent other motherfuckers out there, man, to sit down and watch it, right? But when you connect the dots right there, it said the world passing away. Now, when you filter it through real time, it's not the NBA. I was just talking about it. You got the NBA, right? And you got a couple of guys in the stand with masks on and shit, like the staff and a couple of players. That's the NBA passing away, man. It ain't the same that it was. Oh, matter of fact, when you get a chance, let's get what you got. That's spirit. Go ahead.
Kind of the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 9.
That's spirit right there. With
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
So it said Esau is the what?
Esau is the end of the world.
Come on, man. It's the end of the world. So the scriptures complement themselves, man. You know? The scriptures is witnesses to each other. The scriptures is a witness. These are witnesses. John a witness. That's why the scriptures say that you're a witness. All these scriptures, Ezra is a witness. They witness it. You know, if you bring 10 people in a room, if they telling the truth, you can separate them. And they're going to be witnesses to one another. That's what the scriptures is. Right? So it said the world passed away, right? So let's get the information you had.
This is
another spirit that got around to that.
This is from CBSSports.com. It says NCAA president, no fall sports championships, including FSC football in 2020.
Read that again.
It said no fall sports championships, including FCS football in 2020.
Yeah, so that's a big deal, man. Especially in these parts, man. You know? Oh, yeah, I saw that, cardboard fans. I saw that on the baseball. They got it in basketball, too? I saw that, man. It blew me away. It was a damn baseball, and they had cardboard fans, man. You mean to tell me that this world ain't passing away, man?
It's like you watching that blue shirt.
Yeah.
You can't get that color back, man. This shit gone, man. You rocking that ass shirt.
You had a navy blue Boston Red Sox shirt, man. After you watch it a couple times, man, it's baby blue. Go ahead.
It says the NCAA announced last week that fall championship for each sport would be canceled if more than 50% of the playoff eligible teams in each sport cancel their seasons. It says NCAA president made it official on Thursday by announcing we cannot at this point have fall championships. It says.
So what's the point? See, Esau is in The how about Shimei Shai has made good on his word. You had a precept to hold that and get what's that? Is that Numbers?
What's that?
23?
Yep.
Get Numbers 23 and 19 real quick.
Okay. This is the book of Numbers 23 and verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
For the Most High is not a man that he should lie.
Now hold up. The Lord says not a man that he should lie. Give me Job 8, the triumphant of the wicked.
Okay.
Go ahead, read that again.
It says the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent.
Go ahead.
Hath he said, and shall he not do it?
When did the Lord say these things? He said it in the scriptures, man. Within the scriptures lies prophecy. All right, and the Lord prophesied what you're witnessing right now. See that? The Lord said, "Have I not said and not do it?" Go ahead.
Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
So the Lord had made it good. You know, the Lord upheld his end, man. The Lord spoke it. He prophesied it. That this matter of fact, let's get the prophecy. One of the prophecies on it.
That's it. It's Job 20 verse 4. It said, "No, not this old, since man will place upon the earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short."
The triumphant of the wicked is short, man. There was a short run right here for Esau. His sports. You go back to the 1950, the Army and Navy football game or some shit. That shit is over now, man. The 1966 Army National Championship team and shit, man. That shit over now. See? Go ahead.
It said that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Yeah, and the joy of the hypocrite is for a moment, man. They pass time. The average Edomite, they not enjoying the luxuries that came along. This was set up to be their kingdom. See what I'm saying? This was set up to be Esau's kingdom, man. But now the Lord stripped it away, man. See that? Because we're going to go into the next phase of prophecy, and that's the uplifting of the nation of Israel, which is the beginning. That's a saying right there. We are now going into the beginning. We're now headed to the beginning. You know, you might hear the saying, we're headed to the end. We're getting closer and closer to the end. You know what? We're getting closer and closer to the beginning, man. Right? Go ahead.
It says,
that was it on this, right?
Oh, yeah,
Go ahead.
It said, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach up to the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dog.
And that's what's going on, man. Right now, you're witnessing the circling of the drain. You know, you flush the toilet, dead is gone. We're in the phase of that circling the drain. See? Go ahead.
It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream. He shall not be found, yet he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
Right. Yep. So you can go back. What's this morning?
They pretty much was going.
Well, it's one out there. What you actually got? I think the Pac-12 and the Big Ten. They already done packed it in. They said they're not having a college football season. That's major, man. That's so you know what I mean? America finished, man.
That's it.
All right. So what is it? Revelation 12.
It's the book of Revelations 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So now Esau has but a short time because his thing is to get everybody chipped. This is his last desperate plea. He feels as if he can get everybody chipped, which that goes back to Exodus. We ain't got to get it, but the Exodus 21. Well, if you agree to get your ear bored by your master, then that master owns you forever. So Esau, in his desperation, his last desperation, if you will, the last form of desperation is to get you chipped. He feeling his warped mind that this is how he's going to somehow, hold on to rulership. See? So it said because he had but a short time. All right? You got something?
Oh, no, I ain't got that.
Got something else? Hey, so with that, I guess we'll end right there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakapodash. Double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, the brothers out there laboring in his work. And as always, you believers out there, the Akim and the Aqua that subscribe this truth as well. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom. DCA, abide the ball.
Hey, man. Why that shit?